doing? The One Rental at a Time book is really starting to take off. I think the month of January on Amazon we almost sold 400 books, and in February it was almost I think it was just over 300 books, and that doesn't even include Audible. Why I share those numbers with you is a couple of reasons. First and foremost, the proceeds from the books are monies that I use to make donations to charities. You have seen in my weekly goals that giving back to charities that I want to support is a big quarterly goal of mine. So that is always good to know that it's taking off, and maybe going forward we can up our donations. So thank you for that. Second, the book is bringing more and more users to this YouTube channel because again it's hopefully serving as an inspiring story. It's written about busy professionals who find a way over a 15-year journey to cobble together a portfolio that ultimately leads to freedom. But really, what that allows me to do is, as I get more and more questions from subscribers, and these are these are so much fun, and I got a series of them here that I printed out. Uh, that I'm going to go through now. So, first and foremost, the gentleman read our book, liked it, kind of said, "Hey, I'm in St. Louis. Uh, thank you for putting it out there." I did ask him for a 5-star review. Please know I need your 5-star reviews on Amazon. We're trying to get to 150 in March. I think we were at 138 as of this morning. So let's see what happens. But that is what it is. So first off, this gentleman's looking for a duplex through quad. Kind of the bigger is better, but looking to do residential loans, which makes sense. He did indicate that the market's hot even in St. Louis. Kind of, was what can I do? What can I do? Kind of discussion. Does talk about analyzing 100 deals. I really, really think that is awesome. Too many investors, analyze 5, maybe 10, and kind of call it quits. The fact that you're still analyzing and learning after doing 100 deals, thumbs up. Um, that's what you got to do. All right, you got to stay in the game. But to get to his questions, it's on page 2. Questions, yeah, two-page email, but that's awesome. Um, is it too hard? Is the MLS just too hot? So a couple of things. First off, as I talk about in the book, we bought all but 2 properties uh, that we ultimately left the rat race on from the multiple listing service. And why I share that is we invested during the kind of '03 to '08 crash, which was hotter than the market we're in today. So I bring that up because you just never know. You've got to stay in the game. I believe the multiple listing service offers deals all the time. Um, Sometimes you have to manufacture them by offering less. You're probably like most folks looking at first day listings. That's probably not the place to go because it is where everybody is looking. So you got to get creative. You got to look to create value. Um, but you've got to stay in the hunt. Giving up on your MLS daily activities will hurt you long term. Because what you will see by looking at the MLS every day and keeping, going from 100 deals analyzed to 200 deals analyzed, is you will eventually see the market change. And we could be on the cusp of a market change. This environment that we're in right now is scaring people. And historically speaking, when people are scared, they sit on their cash. And if they're sitting on their cash, they're going to not make offers on real estate because it is expensive. It takes a big whack of their savings. So you could be on the cusp of finding your duplex through quad. Stay in the game, keep looking. Can't promise anything, obviously. But even in my market, which it's hard to say is hotter, not hotter. I think it's hotter than St. Louis, but I have no idea, right? I never look at St. Louis. Um, I bought one deal out of the MLS already this year, and it's not even the middle of March. It was, I think I offered 50. I offered 20% less than asking and got it for 15. It'd been on the market a long time, came off, went back on several times, and I only know that because I look every day. I still look every day. And I've been doing this almost 20 years. So keep it up. You never know when that deal will come. Um, in different cycles, it's easier and harder. But again, we built our portfolio entirely out of the MLS, except 2 stressful buys during the crash, one on auction.com and then one directly from a bank. So keep it up. And then the next question is, what yield do you look for? That's a tough question, and one I'll answer by not answering, and then I'll give you my answer, if that makes sense. Not sure that made sense, but it's what I'm going to do. I don't recommend yield. I don't recommend the minimum yield for folks. I absolutely think yield is the calculation. In fact, I think it's the only calculation. But I don't know your market. That's why in my course, the first section of my course is do your homework. I want you to tell me at the end of 30 or 45 days what is average for your market. That's all you're trying to do. If your market average is 8%, great. After 45 days, we're going to go look for 9s and 10s. If you're in California, is the average 5.5? Great. We're going to look for 7 or 8. I don't know Manhattan, but let's say Manhattan's a 3. Great. Let's look for a 4 or a 5. So again, yield is absolutely the metric. I teach and believe it is the only metric investors should look at. I believe you should do your homework and you should know your market so well that you can tell me what the average is. So you've looked at 100 deals in St. Louis. That's what you tell me in your email. What is average? If average is 8.5, great. Go look to do 10s and 11s. If your average is 11, great. Go look for 13 or 15. I have no idea what the average in St. Louis is, so I can't give you a recommendation. But again, you asked me what I look for in my market. Today in California, Fresno, California, if you can get a 6%, you are doing really well. The stuff is expensive. Multifamilies, duplexes through quads are ridiculously expensive. And yeah, prices are going up. For example, I did a duplex for a new investor about a year ago that was a 6% and sold for $195. Right now, rents are the same. It would probably go for $225. So that's probably a 4.5 if it was done today. So again, prices are up. So again, that is interesting. And then a third question I got, because we communicated a little bit via email, was about the BRRRR strategy. A lot of people in his circle are doing BRRRR. They're talking about it all the time. We kind of jokingly asked, is it easy as everybody makes it out to be? And the answer is no. I think there's a lot of books about BRRRR today that make it look really, really easy. They were written by individuals with big hearts and experience over the last 5 years. The last 5 years have been the absolute best time to do BRRRR. You could run a bad project, spend too much money, and the market would save you. We are not in that market anymore. I believe the market could be rolling over. And I hear too many people every week getting messed up by the appraisals. A purchase money appraisal is different than a refi appraisal. Your ARVs are too high. Too many people are thinking their ARVs are 180 and they come back as an appraisal of 157. Yes, you can fight the appraisal. Yes, you can spend more money and maybe get it up, but you're not going to get 181. It is all about getting your money out. To be clear, if you can execute BRRRR and get your money out and cash flow, no alligators, thumbs up. I still do it. I have the experience, the teams, and I have a plan B, and I'm using my own money. So if I had to leave another 18 grand in a project, so be it. Too many people are taking hard money loans, 3-4 points, getting to the refi and going, oh my God, I need to bring 10 grand to the table. That's hard, right? People are believing the dream that BRRRR is the only way to build a portfolio, and they're getting snookered. And it's not okay. It's certainly harder than it is. So at the end of the day, if you're a subscriber, feel free to reach out, leave leave comments below. If you've read my book, I've given my email address several times in the book, so you can email me. And again, if you're looking to get started and learn your market, you're not sure how, link below in the description to a course. Go check the outline. It is the only question I think it is yield and learning your market. There's nothing new in real estate. There's just different ways. And if you have a full-time job and busy and you want to see what's possible, go get that book, One Rental at a Time, because it is somebody's 15-year journey to financial freedom. The ups, the downs, the mistakes, what worked, what didn't. I think you'll enjoy it. And don't forget to leave a 5-star review. All right, on to our next questions. Thanks. Bye.